Our environment right now is surrounded by celebrations. And I'm saying this to honor the history of these celebrations that now feel like celebrations, but they came from a fight of freedom. So welcome to our meetup, Parade Your Pride. There are a few very special occasions on our radar at the moment. We're smack dab in the middle of Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. And we're 2 days away. We're 2 days past Loving Day and the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York City. For those of you, if you know, you know. And we're 5 days before Juneteenth. And so there's something really special about these events. And there's something similarly special about all of the people here in our community that come to our space. And it's the same really special reason that our company exists in the first place, which is duality and multiplicity. The intersectionality of a person's identity or of a community's identity, knowing that multiple parts can exist together at once. We can coexist, and multiple parts can coexist within a group. And so we asked ourselves, like, what's special about parades, and why do parades feel so expressive? And it's because they bring community together, and they make us feel seen, and they allow ourselves to be ourselves in a group, to be loud and proud and joyful, and to fight back, and to really grow stronger from the energy that we can have together in a group like this. And there's a huge history of a period of time when people couldn't be themselves. There's still many countries around the world where parts of ourselves are made to be illegal. And that's one of the reasons why parades are so special. It's because that's where this duality comes in. The history of oppression and the fight for freedom coexist. It coexists with celebration and with joy, with being in a space, and then also fighting for more space. And so our parade of pride is different from, I think, most other traditional like pride events happening this month, because it's focused on all of the layers of our identity, the multiple parts inside ourselves coexist, and that's what informs a full experience. So we have pride and oppression. We have pride and the bravery to celebrate who we are. We have Juneteenth and the continued fight for freedom. And we're here today to encourage ourselves to feel the empowerment of these celebrations, and to have a special corner of the virtual world where we can come together and continue to fight for our inner freedom, because we are the change that we want to see. And this is a space for personal development and for self-development. And not everyone wants to be able to go out there and be in a crowd of 1,000 people. Not everyone has access to local parades. Not everyone is physically able to access parades. But here in this virtual space, we can make it our own, and we can practice showing up in our full selves, just in our little corner of the world, and being proud together. So I'm offering you to really take a second and to be here, and to know that we see you, and we're here in the space together. And let's soak in the duality, like being at work and showing up for ourselves, like showing up for the people in our community and taking care of ourselves, like being proud and having social anxiety. All of these things that we're experiencing in these moments, the multiplicity of our humanity, is what our parade is about today. Put your feet on the ground. Find a way to feel the surface underneath your body. Maybe you put your hands on your legs. Maybe you feel your butt in your seat, or stand up. And take a second to ground into the history of who you are, whether that's your ancestors, that's honoring your heritage, and feel what's holding you up. Maybe it's family members, maybe it's crutches that are holding you up. Whatever it is that's allowing you to be upright, and feel the fact that we haven't been able to even be safe here together forever. This is not a given. This is not something that we should take for granted. So today we're fighting for the change that we want to see, and we're also fighting for the joy in our lives. And we are here parading and to share what we're proud of in this space and to let us come together. We see the weight and the history of why these events all exist. And we are also moving forward, and we're also building the future together. And it's all happening at the same moment. So we are standing on the shoulders of the Lovings whose court case enabled interracial marriage to even be legal, for example. So whether it's your ancestral lineage, your heritage, your cultural background, your sexual identity, this is a space to proudly show off who you are authentically. And we've encouraged all of you to bring outfits and photos or tangible items to illustrate your pride as we parade around our Zoom space today and give everyone a chance to share. Thank you.
And also, just I want to piggyback off of all the amazing and wonderful things you just said, and acknowledge that, you know, the rooted histories and why we're wanting to use parade as a theme and an action in some cases to celebrate who we are. I want to acknowledge that just here this week in the Bay Area 2 days ago, about 30 minutes away from Oakland where I live, there was an attempt to have a trans person show up to a public library that opened up their space to have trans literature, children's stories read to a group of children, and the Proud Boys showed up in pretty big numbers and a dozen more to confront and, you know, supposedly, you know, stand up for what they believe in, which we know is hate, which we know is anti, you know, the justice that trans people are looking for. And that just took place this week, right? So we know that while we're trying to celebrate, these things can continue to take place. They do continue to take place. And while there's a need for us to fight for what we need and what the world that we want, we also must continue to not allow those institutions and systems and people to keep us from celebrating who we are, which is why spaces like this are important, especially during a pandemic, right? So that we have places to access one another and to show off who we are. So with that being said, we do want to get our parade started here, our virtual parade. So I want to invite you all to be ready for this. I just want to share a few things. First off, that we're grateful for everyone being here today for our Parade Your Pride event. So we thank you so much for being here. We love seeing all your beautiful faces. And we love seeing your beautiful faces off screen as well, right? Just your presence here is enough. And it's amazing that you joined us here today. So we're going to shout out, even though lots of you are off camera, earlier we did that icebreaker activity. So we did get to see pretty much everybody up to this point, right? So I want to shout out everyone for outfits, items that you put inside of your space, in your background, inside of your Zoom window. We just want to shout out everybody for that. And if that changes throughout the evening as well too, right? We want to acknowledge that and be aware that you can continue to do this throughout the evening if that's what you want to do. But we wanted to create a platform to celebrate and honor the intersections of our identities, right? Our unique identities. And so we want to invite you for the first portion of our evening to parade yourself authentically. So consider all the things that Lily shared earlier, right before I started sharing with you all. So consider all those things when you think about this, because we do want to, and I want to invite you to parade your pride here, to be yourself authentically, to be able to share your stories, and to just celebrate with us inside of the space, right? And so we want to acknowledge and we know that it's good for us to be here together, right? To be in this space together, to be in spaces like this together, and to be able to be loud and proud and joyous if that's what we choose to do, right? You can also choose to do the opposite of that, because there's nothing wrong with quiet, timid, right? Silent, wall holder, if that's what you are in the dance space, but you're the person who just likes to be up on the wall, there's nothing wrong with that, right? We all celebrate in different unique ways.